Hello, this is another edition of Handicap Born Black in America. I'm your host, Ramon Roan. You can visit me on Facebook at Ramon Roan. You can also visit our website at www.jfrinc.org. That's www.jfr.org. Now, today's topic. I gave a pause for that day today. But today's topic, I'm going to be talking about the border situation. And it's almost impossible not to talk when we're talking about race, not to mention about politics. Politics play a large percentage in our justice system and a large percentage in racism. Now, many people don't look at the country of Mexico, and I'm talking about our southern border, as thinking about the Mexicans want to come here and for the jobs and what have you. It's understandable. But now, I've been in Mexico for I lived in Mexico for like 3 months, short stay. About a month. And I visited there before, once or twice before. However, Mexico, and pretty typical of most Latin countries, it is a corrupt government. It just bottom line, they're corrupt. They will take payoffs, knowing that you will know that they're getting paid off to look the other way or whatever the case may be. And with the amount of drugs that are coming through Mexico from other Central and South American countries, and Mexico looks the other way. There's no way that if Mexico was a filter to the drugs going in the United States, it would be less drugs going in. But Mexico is a gateway. They're not a filter. It's a gateway. Like you have drugs, the gateway drugs. Mexico is a gateway country to the drugs that are coming into this country. Stop blaming. I don't think we should be blaming so much putting blame on the demand for drugs. This drugs is going to be, if somebody's addicted to drugs, there's going to be a demand. However, that's not my issue on this broadcast. My issue is the fact that Mexico also practices racism. As many of you know, my family is from Panama. My father's born here, and my mother is born in Panama. And I have tons of family in Panama. But all along the Central America, there are a host, there are millions of people of African descent. But when you look at those pictures and images of the children that are at the border, which they says number around 90,000, all you see is white Latins. You don't see no Latins of African descent. Well, the reason why you don't see children of African descent is because Mexico is filtering. Now they're a filter. They're filtering. They are blocking those of African descent from coming through Mexico to go to the United States southern border. That's practicing racism. Now, remember there's an equation in politics. Now, when you have Democrats and Republicans that refuse to enforce the border laws, refuse to secure the border, well, why would there not be? And you have right now you have a president of color, a man of color that is not addressing that issue. Where are all the people of African descent that are coming across the border? Well, Mexico, they can stop those. They're going to stop those people from coming across. Like people from Honduras, Costa Rica, Panama. They're going to stop those individuals from coming across that border, coming across Mexico's southern border, but they were not going to stop. They're not going to stop the white Hispanic. They're not going to stop them. So the problem I see is that who is it going to harm? Why are you preventing? It's the same situation. The Haitians, they would allow the Cuban refugees to come and they make it here, but the Haitian refugees, they'll send them back. America is a racist country. That's without a doubt. And we continue to practice racism. And what's the sad part about it is that we don't hold our elected officials, particularly Barack Obama, we don't hold them accountable. I'm still waiting to find out why in the world that we're not really talking about race since Barack Obama's in office. He doesn't talk about it. And like what Dr. Omar said, Professor Omar said, look, when Barack Obama's out of office, black people cannot go to a white president and say, what are you going to do for us? And he is absolutely right. Look, if Barack Obama's not going to do nothing for African Americans or for black people, then why are you going to expect a white man, to do something for African Americans? Not going to happen. But that southern border is an issue. I have, being a veteran of 10 years, I have a problem with not securing our border. I have a problem with that. Well, our border needs to be secure. And when we have our government lying to us, telling us that the border is secure, Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi telling us the border is secure, but when kids are walking across, in a country that has one of the most corrupt governments in the world, and what's to stop Hezbollah, Hamas, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, what's prevent them from paying some money to the Mexicans and the drug dealers to get them across the border? We can get kids across the border. What's to stop that? And so when I'm hearing my government saying that there is no threat of Al-Qaeda or terrorists coming across the southern border, well, man, that's a lie. All I can say is stop pissing on me and tell me that it's raining. Because I know you're pissing on me. I know you're lying to me. What say you? This has been another edition of Handicap Born Black in America. I'm your host, Ramon Roan. Come visit our website. We are trying to get 1 million members to our new organization for civil rights. And it's particularly geared at our justice system. Our justice system, people, is corrupt. Corrupt to the bone. Either if you're in a civil or criminal, it is corrupt to the bone. In 2017, 51% of the prison population are going to be black people. And that number has steadily increased, even with President Obama in office and Eric Holder as the Attorney General. I wonder why. Until the next time, keep your head down and stay safe.